Welcome, Cyclone fans, to the latest edition of the Nightcap. I'm your co-host and child producer, Aiden Wyatt, joined by Matthias Schwarzkopf and Levi Stevenson. Guys, how sweet it is.
How sweet it is to be loved by you. Sing it, girl.
That's about where I'm at with it.
So how are we doing this week?
Anxiously awaiting Friday for not only one Iowa State Sweet 16 game, but two. We are so lucky that both happened to be playing at the same time.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that they got scheduled at the same time, but it kind of is what it is.
It's a real good problem to have, I think.
Well, it is a good problem to have, but it's also just like at some point we need to stop expecting ESPN to do us any favors whatsoever.
Well,
I don't know.
It's not really the TV network's call. It's more like the NCAA. Just like I mean, it is the TV network's
it's 100%
call,
the
but
TV I mean, as far as like when people play, it's 100%.
Excuse me, I got that wrong because people were blaming the NCAA for it, but it's a TV network.
It's 100% the TV network. Yeah.
Yeah. So
because they mean TBS and CBS and whoever else and TNT, they decide who goes where. True TV.
Yeah, I saw a couple of comments on Twitter over the week beginning. People were complaining about the NCAA doing it on purpose. I'm like, I don't think the NCAA has really any say in this. It's just when the TV networks want to place people and they can do what the fuck they want because it's theirs.
I mean, I also can't imagine the NCAA has some like random grudge against Iowa State. ESPN might, but I mean,
basically the NCAA is just saying, okay, here's the teams that are in our Sweet 16. You do with them what you want. We don't care.
Yeah.
And obviously, for our Iowa State's sake, in the both the brackets, is obviously Iowa State's not the in the women's for sure. South Carolina is the big dog, and they hype up South Carolina all year long for women's college basketball. Just because they've been there Final Four all the time. They got the big name coach, so obviously they're going to put them in the earlier time slot to get more eyes on them. And the same goes for Iowa State men, where you got a 1 seed versus a 4 seed before us, and obviously it's Kansas, so they're going to go earlier as well. Same thing. So more eyes on the earlier time slots. Not to say there's a lot of people interested in college basketball, so there's plenty of eyes on both games. It's the shitty thing. You win, you don't even have to really matter about it because you get all eyes on you in that Elite Eight game. So. Is what it is.
I'm going to be happily watching them both. And then we'll see. Might try to go on Sunday if they win. So, but I'm not trying to, I don't want to jinx it or anything. So,
yeah, about that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't buy tickets today.
I'm not. Yeah. I didn't.
Should definitely not do that.
I don't know two people who've done that.
I said, yeah.
It's not us. We would never.
It's definitely not us.
Anyways.
So where do we want to start?
What are we talking about here?
Do we want to start with the men? Get over to the women then.
Ladies first. We can start
ladies first. All right. Well, so as we all know, Iowa was going to make the Sweet 16 and beat Iowa State because they were so much better than Iowa State. But the Lady Hawkeyes didn't even make it there. So
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have
They always ask what would happen if we didn't win. Guess we'll never know.
Guess we'll never know.
So,
it's really a damn shame that they couldn't hold up their end of the bargain of having two different Cy-Hawks Sweet 16 matchups. I mean,
we did our part.
What an event that
we did our part.
We held up our end of the bargain there. But some people didn't. We don't want to mention names, but at least one party in this did not hold up their end.
And it might have been Fran McCaffrey. We can name
might have
names.
been. It honestly might have. And it might have been. It might have been Jordan Bohannon. It might have been any of the other McCaffrey kids.
Yeah, they're all just kids. So
could have been Lisa Bluter. Who knows?
Could have been.
We'll never know.
So anyway, Iowa State gets Creighton, which good news for Iowa State is that Creighton, I believe, does not have anyone over 6'1", which normally bodes well for the Fighting Bill Fenleys. So they're a very high-paced team. It very well could be a track meet.
That's fine.
I think Creighton is like, let me check. I just had it up. They're 21st in points per game in the country at almost 75. I think we're like 77 or something like that. So we're a little bit above them. But they're also 8th in points per 100 possession at 108.2, which is a lot. So,
I mean, they're also. I mean, yeah, it's. I'm pretty sure Bill Fennelly's team is perfectly happy to get in a track meet with just about anybody that wants to.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
You know, I mean, they're gonna.
It's kind of funny, and we can get into this more when we talk about the men. But Bill Fennelly also does not apologize for the way he wins. But it's almost the polar opposite of why TJ Otzelberger is not apologizing.
Of the opposite. It couldn't be more opposite.
Yeah. So
what's the 3-point streak at now for them? I mean, they've
Oh,
gone
it's
every
been-
single. I mean, it's like 800 and
yeah, I'm not sure what it's
like
at, but
860 and change or something like
every
that.
game that Bill Fennelly's been here, isn't it?
I believe so, and I think
Yeah,
he
a
goes
little
past that a little bit. If I remember.
Yeah, so that's
correctly.
like 95.
Yeah, they've made a 3 in
That
every single
started.
game since the
Yeah.
Clinton administration.
It's
Yeah.
Monica Lewinsky.
There are people that were born after this 3-point streak started that are now out of college and in the workforce.
Oh, I'm not that, but
No, well, you were born 6 years, like 5 or 6 years after the streak
yeah,
started.
right.
Yeah, we were well into this thing.
While we're on the subject of not being born for things, I actually was not born the last time that Iowa made a Sweet 16, so
That's true.
just thought I'd throw that in there.
Was not even the 21st century yet.
A lot of people don't know that.
Isn't it hilarious that Iowa State, like TJ Otzelberger, with the team put together with Elmer's glue and cardboard,
Bunch of misfit toys.
bunch of misfit toys with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer leading the way out of the North Pole, made a Sweet 16 before Fran McCaffrey's team that has been put together for over 9 years. Actually, we're on year 10.
Wasn't this didn't Fran get hired the same year that Fred Hoiberg did?
It's quite possible.
Wait, what?
Didn't Fran McCaffrey get hired the same year that Fred Hoiberg got hired?
That is an easily Googleable fact.
I am going to Google it.
I'm gonna Google it first. Let's see here.
Fred was hired in 2010.
Fran was hired in 2010.
So
There you
not
have it,
only
folks.
So there you go.
so 3 coaches have achieved the feat of reaching a Sweet 16.
John asked, when's the last time he did Sweet 16? The answer to that is 1999.
Dr. Tom Davis leading the charge.
Oofa doofo. It wasn't even Steve Alford. It's the guy before him. Oh man.
And if
That
you remember,
is-
Steve Alford had some decent Iowa teams too.
Comedy.
Northwestern
Steve Alford
State.
did have some decent like that. Well, specifically was it that 2 seed with Jeff Horner and Greg Bruner that lost to, what was that, Northwestern Directional Missouri Louisiana Tech College?
That was
Yes.
three seed.
That exactly.
3 seed? Oh, that's what it was. 3 seed.
Not trying to make him feel
Yeah.
any
It
better.
was
But
like Northwestern State, I think. Is what
yeah, it was Northwestern State from Louisiana.
Yep.
What we all thought it would have been.
Yep.
Because that's obviously
So,
Northwest.
We should have after they like got after us for UAB, we should have just berated them for Northwestern State.
Well, as much as
I guess the problem is we were also sitting on the Hampton thing back then. So
Mhm.
as much as I would love to keep making fun of the University of Iowa, but the fact that they are completely irrelevant right now.
should we also discuss the
in
fact
everything?
that Matthias is wearing fucking glasses right now?
My eye is fucked up.
Seems like both of them are fucked up if you're wearing glasses.
Nah, just one.
Oh,
Well, you normally wear contacts, so I took it out. Took the contacts out. I'm
Fair
like
enough.
blind as a bat. If I took my glasses off right now, and I'm pretty close to the screen with the glasses on, but like if I took my glasses off and didn't move my head, I wouldn't be able to see you guys.
4 eyes.
Nerd.
You're fucking wearing glasses too, you son of a bitch.
I always wear them though.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Whatever.
Nerd.
And
Anyways.
as a great man once said, lick my ass.
Who said that?
Who was that?
Me.
Exactly.
Me,
So a man said that.
a great man. So, anyways, as much as I'd like to keep making fun of Iowa, they're completely irrelevant right now, and Iowa State's playing in Sweet 16.
That's
100%
factual.
So, give us the what's the outcome here, Aiden, in the Carolinas for the Iowa State women Final Four?
So who's
Why not us?
who's
Why
the
not
potential
now?
opponents after Creighton?
South Carolina.
South Carolina,
Oof.
and I don't remember who they play. Let me look it up real quick.
South Carolina
doesn't matter. South Carolina.
They're the number 1 overall seed, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah. South Carolina's pretty.
and they have the girl who's probably going to win the National Player of the Year.
Yeah. So it seems like consensus is we like the matchup with Creighton because Creighton wants to play
Yes.
the way we want to play, but they're not
Yeah.
nearly as good at it.
Yeah, so the other outcome is North Carolina. So battle the Carolinas.
That's fine.
But yeah, South Carolina's player, who is, like I said, might win National Player of the Year, is like 6'4" and the best rebounder in the country. So that would not be so good.
Mm-mm. If they, I mean, like, if they were to beat South Carolina to go into the Final Four, I mean,
Build the statue.
at that point, I think I would just write them into the title game. I don't know. I don't know who's on the other end of that. Who's on the other like half of that bracket?
So yeah, the other, I guess,
The other quarter, whatever.
the other region, the Wichita region.
Yeah.
The 4 teams left are 1 seed Louisville, 4 seed Tennessee, 3 seed Michigan, and 10 seed South Dakota, who took down Baylor.
Baylor, yeah. That's kind of the thing about the women's tournament is you seem to have a lot. There's more chalk in the women's tournament for the most part.
There's actually been like a lot more parity this year for the
Has
first
there?
time.
Typically,
in a
the
long
women's is a
time.
little bit more chalk than the
Right.
men's.
Yeah.
I mean, if South Dakota's beating Baylor, that kind of takes the chalk completely away.
Yep.
yeah, chalk's gone. But
And not even close. It was like convincing.
yeah,
Yeah. It wasn't really close.
yeah,
it was
they
like,
they beat by like 10 or something like that, didn't
yeah,
they?
10 or 15, something like that.
But
in even better news, while we're dancing on everyone's graves, Kim Mulkey goes down.
eat shit, Kim.
Down goes the witch. Hate to see it.
Look,
Next time,
I'm
next
not,
time,
not
like,
even gonna.
if Kim Mulkey ever plays in there, I want you to stand next to the LSU bench or whatever, and be like, Kim. But if you're here, who's guarding Hades?
What movie is that from?
It's not from a movie. It's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's one of the many
yeah.
Captain Holt.
Yeah.
One of the many Captain Holt.
Yeah.
Burns.
What's the lady's name?
Madeline Wunsch.
Yeah.
I got a hot take
You're once
about Kim Mulkey. I don't really hate her. Very indifferent about her.
That's funny. I hate you.
I don't care.
Why don't you hate Kim Mulkey?
Don't really care about her. There's
Nerd.
no reason to hate her. She's never crossed my mind one time to say, you know what, I hate that lady.
Well, it's not like I think about her all the time. It's just like when I look at her, it's like.
See, but now you say that, and it seems like you do.
unlikable.
Yeah, now that you say it that way.
Now-
it seems
when I
like
have
As
to
soon
think
as you
about
say
her
you
outside of
don't,
women's
now it
basketball.
feels like you do. I don't.
it's kind of like the murderer saying, no, I didn't do it, but you kind of did.
It's like that's exactly what someone that does think about her all the time would say.
Nah.
So we feel good about Iowa State women at least making the Elite Eight. Then it's a tall order against South Carolina, but the NCAA tournament, anything can happen, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Get it, got it, good.
So
Get it.
speaking of anything could happen, men are also in the Sweet 16.
So I want to kick this off here really quick. I just Cyclone Games just asked us a question here, but in each of your opinions, what is this season, or what point did this season did anything more success become gravy? So basically, when did you say this season was a success? Now, if anything's gravy after that, and I would say winning an NCAA tournament. Anything after that was gravy, and now we're way past into double gravy.
I think
Now we're going-
for
we're
me,
going for
anyways.
seconds on gravy.
So for me, anyways, in regard to the non-conference season, as soon as we won that as soon as we won that tournament or whatever, I beat Memphis and whoever else, I can't remember the other team we beat. But I mean, as soon as we won that, I was like, holy shit, like I'm good. Like anything else beyond this is awesome.
Yeah, I remember thinking going into that tournament, the possible opponents were Xavier, Memphis, Virginia Tech, and I'm like, if we win one game, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I'll be happy. Yeah, and then they won.
And
both.
we won 2 games convincingly.
Yeah, they just absolutely shat on both of them. And after that, I was like, man, this whatever happens from now is awesome. And I only expected, whatever, 7-8 wins in non-conference, which like given the opponents is not much. But then like a few wins in conference, and that was it. But I didn't even have any expectation of making the NCAA tournament. I mean, to me, gravy happened long before we made the tournament. But I would say probably like middle of February when there was like pretty much just a guarantee that we were going to make the tournament. Everything after that,
what we thought was a guarantee,
what we thought was a guarantee.
Right.
Everything after that was gravy.
I'd like the record to show that my season prediction of season finality of national champion is still alive.
It is still alive and well.
People forget.
It is an interesting question though, because the problem is there's two different kind of segments to it. Is that you could say, well, they won 8 games and they're done, but if they won 8 games in non-conference and then never won another game and just lost and went winless in conference, that'd be like, eh.
I think the thing for me was going undefeated in conference. You felt really good about going into Big 12 play. And at that point, you kind of adjusted your expectations a little bit. I mean, not even to say like, if they don't do this, I'm going to be really disappointed and pissed off and fire TJ Altsberger at the same time. But it was more of like, okay, I think we can do this and maybe compete towards the top of the Big 12. Not so necessarily like 1-2 punch of the Big 12, but like 3, 4, 5, 6 range, which they ultimately did end up in the 6th spot. So, but then they went on a flustering streak, and then you kind of adjusted your thoughts and expectations to that point. And then they went on the even worse streak, and it just wasn't getting any better. And then you're like, okay, if we just get into the NCAA tournament, it's going to feel like a success. And that's kind of how it finished off for me. But now, I mean, if they were to ultimately fall in the Sweet 16, I mean, you really can't. I mean, you're going to be upset, obviously, because as a fan, that's a natural thing to do. And you really want your team to win every tournament game. But the odds are against you in that regard. But so, I mean, even just being in the Sweet 16, considering what the team is, what the team was a season ago, I mean, the expectations or your version of success is completely blown apart. And if anybody is like, I mean, you could be pissed in the moment if Iowa State were to lose to Miami on Friday night, but in the grand scheme of it, you really can't say, oh, well, it was all a failure, because just getting to the Sweet 16, considering what the team is huge. I mean, a lot of us call it year 0. I mean, they're still working on building a team. I mean, we got 3 recruits coming in next season, but even then it still doesn't feel like the team is complete because we're still going to have to attack the transfer portal for 1-year guys that kind of can fill the void for a certain amount of time while we bring in another recruiting class, because you got to build behind what's there now. So, and that's the thing that why we're in a coaching change now with TJ Altsberger is because building behind the success teams that we had with Steve Prohm, there wasn't anything behind it. So that's why we're kind of getting caught up on that. And we're going to have to attack the transfer portal that way with high impact guys. So we are in 100% success story right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else I could say. I mean, you're one of 16 teams in college basketball left. And there's a lot of teams that had better on paper seasons than what we did that are gone.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, I'm just happy to be here at this point in time, and whatever else goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, beginning of November after we beat Kennesaw State, it was kind of like, we should have won that. But then we played Oregon State, and it felt like a good win. Looking back, it probably wasn't because how terrible Oregon State was.
Yeah.
And then, like you mentioned, Levi, the NIT tip-off, we go from that to going to Creighton to hosting Iowa.
The win at Creighton was actually, I think I determined that my thing where I knew that this was kind of for real and everything else from here is awesome, no matter what happens, was that first Baylor game. We lost at home to Baylor, but we hung with them the whole time. We clearly belonged on that same floor as Baylor.
And the thing that
and that proved to me that team is real. And
something that kind of Matthias stepped on a little bit with year 0 and still trying to build a program. That first Baylor game was really the first culture, like, we're diving for loose balls. We're making the hustle plays.
I would agree.
And I think it might have been the first time ever that an Iowa State team lost and no one left their seat and applauded them as they left the court.
Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of that kind of stuff went away as the season went on in the Big 12 schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but then you saw in Milwaukee, it came back. I mean,
Yeah.
there was guys, diving all over the place.
Yeah, that one play, we didn't even end up with the ball, but the play that I think it was Trey Jackson.
Yeah.
Dove after a loose ball. I think it was Trey Jackson, Isaiah Brockington, both.
Yep. Or another instance was like George Condit. He had a rebound, but it kind of got tipped out of his hands a little bit, and the LSU guy was kind of coming down with it, and George is like, "Nah, fuck you, dude. I'm coming down with the ball with you and got to jump off that." I mean, that kind of small stuff wasn't happening as, kind of into late January, middle of February type of thing, and it reappeared. And I think a lot of it we talked about last week was getting kind of rejuvenated before the NCAA tournament, and I think that did a lot of helping. And you saw it. I mean, they were bouncing all over the defensive end of the floor. I mean, shots still weren't really going in, but you could tell there was another pep in their step. And maybe it's just the moment of the NCAA tournament, but they were back to what they were doing that got them in position to even be in the NCAA tournament. So I'm hoping, they'll have another 6 days or not even 6 days, but 5 days of rest before playing again. Get their bodies right, get rejuvenated again. I mean, they're feeling good. Let's just hopefully they can ride that momentum against Miami, because you look at the offensive firepower that Miami does have. They got 3 guards that really can get after you on the offensive end of the floor. I mean, it's not only, Tyrese Hunter, we know is a pretty good defender. Isaiah Brockton's a really good defender, and Gabe Kalsher's a really good defender. But it's gonna be 40 minutes of these guys going at you that you need to, obviously, with the rotation of Caleb Grill, probably Trey Jackson if he's still in there, or whoever, just keep rotating and going after these guys on a defensive end of the floor, because this is another team that doesn't turn over the ball a whole lot. And in the first 2 games, I think they had a total of 4 turnovers, and against Wisconsin alone, which is the team first in the nation who turns over the ball the least, we forced 17 turnovers against Wisconsin. Now, I think Miami has a little bit more guard firepower than what Wisconsin does, just because of the style that they play. I mean, Miami's a little more up tempo, and Wisconsin's a little more methodical, but they get more shots up. So, you're going to just have, it's a whole new battle compared to Wisconsin and LSU. You can kind of compare the 2 teams of Wisconsin and LSU together, but Miami's just a whole new animal on the offensive end of the floor. Now their defense is putrid. So, even before the Auburn game and against Auburn, Miami just played lights out. And, that's the kind of thing you kind of worry about, is because Auburn was 8th in the country in defense while we are 5th. Miami just tore them apart. And that could have been Jim Larinaga having a really good game plan. I mean, he's the kind of guy that's ran through the NCAA tournament before, so he knows how to find those weaknesses in back-to-back kind of game scenarios and just go. So, this is a coach that's been there, done that, and it's another test for TJ Otzelberger in first year at Iowa State.
The nice thing about this matchup is that because Miami is is guard oriented, that plays into Iowa State's defensive strategy fairly well.
Yeah.
And a couple things is that you said their defense is horrible. Their offense is good. I would posit that their offense is probably a little bit inflated, just because the ACC was pretty bad this year. And they're not even in good conferences. Like the Big Ten I think the Big Ten is overrated, but it's still not a bad conference. It's still probably the second best conference in the country. Even then, Wisconsin looked like a deer in the headlights trying to move the ball or do anything against Iowa State's defense. I mean, they looked genuinely scared of how physical the defense was.
What was the stretch from the end of the first half into the second half where they had 4 points in 15 minutes or something like that?
Yeah. Well, they didn't score for 6.5 minutes. And then they only It was like a couple of Johnny Davis buckets, but other than that, it was 15 or 20 minutes of game time where they didn't do anything. And I don't think Miami's going to be remotely ready for the physicality of this team, because when you have a team that's been playing in the Big 12, their defense is built around getting in bar fights, and they're gonna turn everything into this big, shitty, ugly mess as soon as they can. And if Iowa State has one dude that's making jump shots and scoring well, that seems to usually be enough. If you can get one guy that goes for 20 plus, that's usually a pretty good sign for the rest. Because Isaiah Brockington is going to get his. Tyrese Hunter is going to get 10 to 15 somewhere in there. But for the most, and Caleb Grill, add in a couple threes. But I'm not scared of Miami's offense. I think our defense is well equipped to deal with them.
Yeah.
It's whether or not we're going to have scorers to me.
The to add on to that with the physicality of Iowa State's defense, and I don't really want to toss out the ACC entirely as a whole, just because when they got to tournament play, they have played pretty well. I mean, you can look at when UNC was at full strength there before the ejection of Manic. They were literally obliterating Baylor, but Baylor was down a couple of guys. So I mean, you can take that into account, but Notre Dame went toe to toe with Texas Tech for 40 minutes. Who else is still in? Duke is just doing Duke. And obviously then we got Miami left, but to add on with the defense and physicality of Iowa State, Miami is not overly deep in guys that they play in rotation. I mean, they maybe go 7 guys deep, and their starters go well over 30 minutes a game, or average over 30 minutes a game. So, I mean, if Iowa State's, I mean, we know we have 2 guards that come in for Brockington, Tyrese Hunter, and Kalsher that kind of rotate and keep them a little bit fresh. But with us turning guys loose on them and defending them for 40 minutes a game, and hopefully you're kind of banking on that physicality, wearing them down and eliminating the damage done. Now, the 3 guards against Auburn, McGusty, which is their leading scorer, he 17.5 point game. Isaiah Wong, he's at just a little over 15, and then I think the third one's Charlie Moore. He's at just under 13 points a game. Those 3 combined for 46 of their points against Miami. And they've just it's kind of been that way all season long. So, I mean, if you really want to try to eliminate one of those, if preferably McGusty, because he's the guy that seems if he gets going, the rest of them get going. So if you eliminate him and then you just kind of limit the other 2, you probably can live with that. Now, I don't think they can really do what they did against LSU and Wisconsin, where you kind of left that back corner open when the ball rotated around. And obviously Wisconsin and LSU were going to miss it just because they shoot the 3 just like we do. Between those 3 guards, I mean, just kind of doing some quick math, they probably average about 35% shooting from deep. So you're probably going to pick your poison on that, but you still don't want to take that chance, because I definitely not going to be leaving that back corner open on the ball rotation. You want to be covering that at least. And maybe there is something else on more Miami film than what we know that TJ Otzelberger's is seeing. Maybe they still run that and just kind of live by it. But, I really don't see a way that Miami misses as many threes as Wisconsin and LSU did. Hopefully.
Something pretty interesting. I know we all kind of pay attention to Ken Pom and stuff. When they first put the matchup in, I believe Miami was the favorite by a point. It is now Iowa State by a point. So,
yep.
Honestly, that's kind of where I thought it would have started, anyways. Because I know Miami beat beat a 2 seed, but man, I don't know.
Also, it is hard to trust Ken Pomeroy, because he says that we're scoring 68 after a 59 and a 54 point performance. So
someone did have. I saw a question in here somewhere that said,
what do you think we have to hold Miami to for us to win?
That's the one.
So, basically, I would start at 50, because if they get to 60, you really question what our point total is after that. So
I'm thinking I think Iowa State will score 60. Just so Miami's defense is booty. You
can kind of compare.
They're going to get more opportunities to drive to the rim and things like that. They don't have the same kind of rim protector that Wisconsin and LSU did. They don't have that rim protector. To me, if you hold Miami into the 50s, if you hold them under 60, you feel like I think there's probably a 60% chance that Iowa State wins, somewhere in there. If you hold them under like 55, I'm pushing like 70, 75%. If you hold them under 50, it's virtually 100%.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And then for similarity purposes, for defensive wise, if you eliminate the Auburn game from Miami's profile defensively, they'd rank around the 140th ranked team in defense. And if you want to compare teams that we played this season, that would be in the realm of Missouri.
Missouri sucks.
Now, Missouri defense or offense is a lot worse than what Miami's is, but
right.
You know, whatever.
They would be by far the worst defense in the Big 12. By far.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't played a team this easy on defense in a long time.
Offensively, they would be, let's see, 1, 2. They would be third offensively in the Big 12. If I'm looking at that right. Yes.
So good, but not like truly outstanding.
Yeah, they're third offensively in the Big 12 if you place them in that, and that would be like 7 spots behind Baylor. So
yeah,
take that for what it is. And then they would just be yeah, they'd be third by a little bit of a margin in the Big 12. The next one would be Oklahoma offensively. So
I don't know. I'm not scared of Miami.
Yeah, you just got to the real key of the game is you're still going to have to force the turnovers, and the talking heads on ESPN have been harping on this all since Sunday night, is that there's no way Miami turns over the ball because they're the 6th team in the country and turning over the ball at least. But little did they forget, just literally hours before that, Iowa State played the number 1 team in turning over the ball in Wisconsin and turned them over a season high 17 times. Literally hours before they said these kind of talking points. So I think that's a lot of the public perception right now, is that there's no way Iowa State can turn over Miami just because they're so good at not turning the ball over. And that's why you're seeing kind of that public money come in on Miami on the betting lines and kind of inflating that. You're keeping those game lines kind of up the way they are. So, you know, If Iowa State's forcing over 15 turnovers and they're limiting their turnovers, they're going to be in really good shape. But that's the key, is we've seen Iowa State go offensively and turn over the ball a shit ton and against some decently bad defense teams and be very careless. And now we've been very good with the ball so far in the first 2 games of the NCAA tournament. Hopefully that keeps up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward. At this point, Iowa State basketball games are pretty straightforward. Is Iowa State making jump shots? Cool, we're gonna win. Are they not? Kind of dicey.
It's just basically, even if let's just say this. Let's say Miami and Kansas are your next 2 games. It's basically stopping and slowing down their top 2 guards.
And Providence.
Yeah, Miami and Providence. You're stopping and slowing down 2 guards at least, and you're letting the third guy kind of just, hopefully he misses shots, and doing what you do offensively, and hopefully it's enough.
I need you guys' take on something.
Go ahead.
So it's obviously very crazy, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that if Iowa State makes a national championship game and it's against Texas Tech,
I'm going to go cry in a corner.
Yeah. How demoralizing.
I'm not going to watch.
That would suck so bad.
That would be the
Again,
worst.
that would be very painful to watch, but at the same time, like, hey, we made it.
Yeah.
Do your worst.
That's
whatever,
true.
you know?
That's
right.
true. At that point, I'll eat a 30-point loss to Texas Tech. I don't even care.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, we're still going to get a trophy for national
We're
runner-up.
going to get national runner-up, and that is good by me.
Because you could walk out of that stadium down in New Orleans after that game like, okay, look, I know we just got our ass kicked, but we got this national runner-up trophy, and we have a team made of Elmer's glue and cardboard. Suck it, NCAA.
Yep. That's kind of where we're at.
that just really goes into the whole perspective of, we've already won the NCAA tournament game. Everything else is just, we're enjoying the ride. You, TJ Otzelberger, take the wheel and take us where you want to.
Yeah, so we talked about when the season was a success, but obviously we should admit it. We weren't big fans of the TJ Otzelberger hire right away. At what point did you guys realize, like, okay, he's the guy?
Memphis. As soon as they kicked the shit out of Memphis, I was like, yeah, all right. I was a dumbass. It's fine.
He's got to figure it out, yeah.
I'm going to say
I was wrong.
I'm going to say I wasn't overly I don't have I was pretty indifferent about it because you knew once that firing happened at Prom, it was going to be Otzelberger because it kind of just all the signs pointed to that. So I don't know if you could really, you were already built up for it. I don't know how disappointed one could be. Obviously, he's not the flashy guy because he went to NCAA Tournament in South Dakota State, and then he went to UNLV, and is what it is there. And there wasn't a whole lot of guys out there. I mean, you kind of want he's kind of like another Matt Campbell. He's a guy who wants to be here, and obviously, with his wife playing here and being part of the renaissance of Iowa State women's basketball with Bill Fennelly, kind of thing. It's just that family bleeds Cardinal gold, and I would rather have somebody here who has the ties, who knows what it takes to win here. And obviously TJ had done that with Fred Hoiberg and Prom under that one season. I mean, if you look back on it, if TJ Otzelberger was hired after Hoiberg left, we probably wouldn't have been pissed about it, or nobody would have been pissed about it, because you're like, oh, that kind of makes sense. You kind of keep the same thing going. So there wasn't any real reason to doubt it, because anything at that point in time after a 2-22 season was going to be better than what it was. And then he's just blown it out of the water. So obviously it was kind of
for you then where you were
okay. Yeah. It was
because regardless if you like the coaching hire or not, at some point you have to prove yourself.
Yeah. So it was basically, I'd probably go with Levi. It was that Memphis or that tournament in Brooklyn. You knew those were teams that trendy, Xavier is always solid. They probably were picked preseason to make the NCAA tournament, so they beat the shit out of them, regardless if they had one guy missing or not. I don't know if that guy was going to make a difference or not, because he only averaged 13 points a game. And then you put in Memphis, which was the trendy. You can go back and look on SB Nation's website. One guy tweeted out this week that Memphis is going to be appointment TV. That he's like, looking back on this is a bad article I wrote. He said something like that. So, I mean, going in there, you beat the shit out of them. Obviously, Memphis had their struggles after that. They ultimately made the NCAA tournament, almost beat Gonzaga, so the win looks even better. So, yeah, the Memphis and basically just the whole Brooklyn tournament, you kind of knew that these guys might have something.
I think the point for me, well, first of all, I'm a really big spin zone guy. Something bad happens, it's instantly I flip a switch. I'm like, this is fine. This is gonna work.
This is not actually that, but this is where we wanted.
Yeah, right.
We got them right where they wanted.
So I remember he got hired on the Monday or Tuesday before the NCAA tournament, and then he had his press conference the Thursday before the games. I watched the press conference, and it was almost word for word what Matt Campbell would have said. It's like, well, this is perfect. This is gonna work out. We're fine.
It's gonna be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's this team is so straightforward. It's not like oh, they could do this. They could do this. Nope. They're just gonna punch people in the face and try to make some jump shots and probably break a bunch of them, and that's just what's gonna happen.
My new analogy for this team is, what they're gonna be, and it's gonna be painful, but every game's like a new trip to the dentist. Because dentists suck.
Nah. C+.
What do you mean? It's like watching the offense is like pulling teeth. It's crazy.
I don't know. You always talk about the dentist and how horrible it is. I feel like you just need to get a better dentist.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I mean,
I feel like it's more like a colonoscopy, because you know what's going to happen, but it still hurts every time.
What? Never mind.
How many colonoscopies have you gotten, Aiden? You're 20.
0.
And who gave you the colonoscopy?
I was going to say.
Some guy outside. Why?
That's probably why it hurt.
Back alley colonoscopy.
Aiden, I
My
have to.
cardboard-
Aiden,
my
I'm not-
cardboard box
we're not here
minus
to
that.
judge you.
I regret
not here to
to
judge what you
inform
do-
you
what you
that
do in your
wasn't
free
a
time.
colonoscopy.
What?
That's what happens outside of my cardboard box outside of a Stas.
Yeah, we're not. Not
Good
exactly a
segue.
ringing
Speaking-
endorsement.
Speaking of Estas,
yeah, speaking.
Well,
of
I wasn't saying that. I was
stars.
just saying that's the only housing I can get because you guys don't pay me. Child labor.
You get that?
shut up.
You shut up.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
So we got Levi, I hear you have something to say about Estas, huh?
Oh yeah. So Stas, Stas Bar and Grill has been a sponsor of pretty much everything we do for a long time. Still have their Taco Tuesday specials, which are going on yesterday. So since we're kind of, we should probably, we'll get to that here in a second when I'm done with the ad read. But we got Burger Wednesday, Taco Tuesday, FAC specials on Friday. Anytime there's a game, basketball game, football game, whatever else, they do specials during that as well. So definitely head on over to Stas and get some delicious tacos. The other point I wanted to bring up is that we are kind of officially moving the nightcap permanently, or pretty much permanently, to Wednesday from now on.
We hate Tuesdays.
Yeah. Tuesdays can go eat shit.
Big Wednesday, guys.
Big Wednesdays.
Thursdays we go to Hooters, so we couldn't go then.
All right.
And Friday we're drunk in a gutter. So that's out. And
I hear you telling everybody all our plans. For the
and
week.
and Mondays are just
You're making
no
us
good.
sound like losers.
And Mondays
You're making it sound like we don't have any friends.
what's wrong with going to Hooters on a Thursday? You get drunk on a Thursday at Hooters, and then and Friday you're just drunk anyways. You lay down in the gutter. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's called America. This is the land of dreams. You're taking away that dream.
I mean, if you
American
want
dream,
to,
going to
but how
Hooters
many
on a
gutters
Thursday.
have you seen that are big enough to hold a person?
Don't ask, don't tell.
That's not how this works. That's like, I've never seen a gutter big enough to fit a human being. I don't know.
Obviously, you're not in the right place then.
Apparently, I don't know. I've been to places that it seems like there probably would be, but there's just not.
You saying
Yeah.
you've seen a lot of gutters in your time
I have seen a lot of gutters in my
and
time.
laying down in them?
I try not to.
Next
Try
time you
to
see one, try to lay down in it.
Sometimes
See
it
if you
just
can
happens.
fit.
Sometimes it just happens. I don't know.
Yeah, give us we need a new segment called Levi's Gutter Reviews.
Yeah. This one, not human-sized gutter. This
No,
one, human-sized
that
gutter
is-
is called the sewer.
That's what we call Iowa City.
Yeah, I've been to Iowa City. There's like,
So you've been inside a gutter.
fair enough. I haven't fallen asleep in Iowa City though, so
Well, I wouldn't trust falling asleep in Iowa City.
I wouldn't either. Yeah, that's how you end up with.
But
one
I
of them
know
back alley
somebody who has
colonoscopies.
fallen asleep in Iowa City, and his name is Jordan Bohannon.
Yikes.
He went to sleep very fast. At least he had ice, or he would have if he hadn't thrown it at people. But anyways. Let's see. What do we got? Anything else to talk about? Or I don't know. Last week we did whatever our list of like 100 greatest movies of all time because Aiden has seen like 5 of them,
Yeah.
and we actually ended up having kind of fun reviewing lists of things, like reviewing rankings of things. So we might just kind of do that and just find things that find ranking lists and review them.
So for the next 10 minutes to finish off this show, we are going to review a list real quick, and everybody's going to go along for the ride.
We've got 2 things. We're going to review this list, and then I also want to play one game from Jackbox. You guys ever played Jackbox?
I don't know what that is now.
Oh my god, it's so much fun.
Well,
Okay.
when we get there, he'll explain it.
It's super easy. You can just use your phone to play. Anyways,
Let's dive into this
Okay.
list here.
so this list is gonna be the list of the 100 greatest sitcoms of all time. Let me share my screen here real quick. Share my screen. What? Oh, god damn it! Share my screen. There it is. Okay. So we're starting at the bottom, and well, you can kind of see the preview there. So the number 1 greatest sitcom of all time is The Simpsons.
Really?
I mean, I get it. I mean,
I don't.
I mean, it's been on so long, and there's so many people that love The Simpsons. I get it, but I probably would not have put Simpsons number 1.
I'd put Friends as number 1.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, what's your guys' top 5 before we
Okay,
really
yeah,
get
before we
into
move
it?
on. Top 5 sitcoms. I'm going to say
Friends, How I Met Your Mother. I'd
You
probably
don't have to
put,
do any order.
I'd
Yeah,
probably
no-
put The Simpsons in there.
Top five, no order. Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother. I got 3. Fuck.
Yeah, see,
What
I'm
do you
like,
think about your other two? So my, I was gonna say my top 5, no order. Parks and Rec.
Ooh, there you go.
Community.
Community's underrated. I love Community.
Schitt's Creek.
Mm.
Um,
The Office.
The Office is my number one, and it's
The Office is
not
The Office is an honorable mention for me.
'Cause you're
I'm gonna
wasting it on the
say-
Community.
So I'm gonna do. I got 2 more. So my other 2 are gonna be Brooklyn Nine-Nine and right now I'm kind of leaning New Girl.
New Girl's
Not
pretty
bad
good.
I'll say New Girl.
I'll go. Okay, here I'll actually start with my 5th one because 5th I'll just toss in Family Guy.
Family Guy's kind of an honorable mention for me.
Just because that's my kind of sense of humor, and some of it can't be some of it can't be repeated on this show.
South Park. That's an honorable mention.
That's another one of those things that can't be repeated on this show.
So I think my number one is The Office.
Okay.
Then it's probably Friends. Then How I Met Your Mother.
Friends is good.
Then Parks and Rec, and then probably Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I would go Friends, How I Met Your Mother, The Office, Parks and Rec, and then Family Guy.
That's fair.
Fuck, I just eliminated The Simpsons.
Dude, I'll be honest. I've only ever seen like maybe 3 or 4 Simpsons episodes.
I've watched a lot more Family Guy than I have Simpsons.
One more,
That's
like
for sure.
like the only episode that I can remember off the top of my head is like I've definitely seen that episode is the one, where there's like Navy propaganda and they have the commercial that says like Ivan et Niaj and it just says
Do you have Disney Plus?
I do. I know it's on there.
Yeah, so just
The problem is it's been on for it's in its
I know.
fourth
Just
decade.
go into like after like I mean even like season 1 to like 15 is like 15 after 15 it gets
So
to like
much.
I know it starts to get like watered down just because Twitter mob and cancel culture blah blah blah.
And it's
So,
all
just dive into anything between 1 and 15 and just watch for a while and you
yeah. I'm sure I would
Yeah.
think it's funny. Oh, honorable mention. I should have. I'm not gonna switch him in because I already honorable mentions Archer. I really like Archer.
not
I don't
bad.
watch that, but I've heard it's really good.
Oh man, and that's definitely my kind of humor. Is like it's
Two and a
really
half.
fast paced. It's like
2.5 Men with Charlie Sheen. That can be tossed
there's
in
plenty
there.
of lowbrow humor in Archer, but there's plenty of it that's really quick and witty stuff, and that's right up my alley. I love Archer.
Tyler says Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Always
That's a
Sunny's
good
good.
one.
Yep, definitely.
One
good
that we haven't mentioned is Seinfeld.
See, and that's another one. Like
Eh.
I know I'm gonna get like size groans here, but I haven't seen that much Seinfeld. I've only seen a few episodes.
I've watched quite a bit of Seinfeld and it's whatever.
All right, number 2 sitcom of all time. Cheers. Yeah, Cheers.
Oh, Norm.
Okay, I haven't watched it, but I obviously know what it is. There's Seinfeld, number 3. I Love Lucy. I know some people. I know like the people that really like I Love Lucy are like hardcore cultists, but not literally,
Yeah.
not like Waco, Texas cultists. But like there's an I Love Lucy cult.
Chris says The League. Not a bad
Ooh,
one
The
either.
League is that's a good poll.
one.
It wasn't on long enough to truly take it over, but like The League is really good. All in the Family. I don't know.
Okay,
that
I'm
one.
already ready to eliminate 2 off this top 5.
MASH. MASH is good. I like MASH. Mary Tyler Moore.
There's another one I'm eliminating. There's another one I'm
Honeymooners.
eliminating.
Parks and Rec. There we go. Honestly,
Parks
the
and Rec
fact
should
that
not be ahead of The Office.
the fact that it's at 9 is actually pretty impressive. The problem is that Parks and Rec does not have a down season at all, but The Office definitely gets worse after Michael leaves.
Okay,
Debatable.
That's only one season though. Okay, timeout on this list. When you get to 10, take a timeout.
Okay, so number 10 is Larry Sanders.
Okay, so I have already officially eliminated 5 off of this because how and whoever made this list, how do you not have like for even longevity and how many people watch it?
So, I mean, you'd think South Park would be up here.
How is Friends not even in the top
Friends.
10?
Well, we're the top 10. Let's see. Here.
Also,
So-
The Office should be ahead of Parks and Rec.
and the Office.
I don't think so. I really
Well,
think that
based off that Parks and Rec was
Parks and Rec was good
Based
from
off of
minute
The
one
Office,
all the way
essentially.
through the end. Like, I mean, Parks and Rec, it doesn't have any bad seasons, and there's like maybe like 2 or 3 episodes that are kind of whatever. But like, it is constantly funny. It's really good.
Okay, let's go to 11. Otherwise, I'm gonna toss it. Jesus Christ!
Dick Van Dyke Show is actually pretty funny.
Get this list out of here.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. I know a lot of people that really like it. I haven't.
I
seen
started watching
much of
that
it.
recently. It's all right.
Frasier.
My
Frasier's another one.
God.
Frasier's another one that's like I Love Lucy, where people like if you really like Frasier, you really like it. Andy Griffith is good. Like, I mean, it's not. I wouldn't like call it like awesome or anything like that.
I'm not hating on some of these shows on this list, but like
Yeah.
they're in
Arrested
complete
Development.
fucking
That's another
wrong
one. I haven't
way.
seen much of it, but I know that it's like generally pretty well liked. Cosby Show. Well, that didn't age very well.
What is this list? I want to throw this list out.
Taxi. What the fuck is that? I've never
Okay,
heard of that in my life.
We're up to 17 and haven't even seen Friends or The Office. Now
Yeah.
18.
Fraud
Okay,
list.
I haven't seen 30 Rock, but I know some people really think it's funny.
19.
Roseanne.
BoJack Horseman made it.
Okay,
But The Office
timeout.
I haven't seen this. Is it good?
I doubt it.
It doesn't matter.
I
This
don't know.
list is null and
Let's
just
just
out.
keep rolling. I want to see where The Office ends up. Fleabag? Well,
What
well,
in
that's
the
a British. That's a
absolute
British one. I don't know. So there's South Park right there at 22. Where is
There's
it?
The
There's The Office 23 right there.
Wow.
That should probably be higher. Community. Nice.
Ayo.
I'm really happy that it's 20 that it's that high. Because the last couple seasons do kind of drop off a little bit, but I'm really glad that they put it that high. Because
Yeah, I'm telling you,
the first 3 seasons are absolute perfection.
in no world is the Community better than Friends.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No.
No, it is not. It is
Okay,
not.
okay.
No, it is
The thing
not.
about Community.
So here's my
the
thing with
about
Friends.
Community.
Here's my thing with Friends.
Here's my thing
Friends-
with Community.
You're not even saying
So the
anything.
first,
Friends.
the
So
first 3
Friends.
seasons of Community are really, really, really funny. The last 3 seasons
extremely
kind of suck.
I wouldn't say they suck. They're just
The
I mean,
6th
they're a little
season
bit different.
sucks.
I wouldn't say they suck.
The Community
The sixth
is
season
The problem
in
here is that
capital
Very bad.
letters
Friends-
is just fine.
Friends is like it is funny here and
Elite.
there, but there's a bunch of jokes. There's like a bunch of stuff in there that isn't
Elite.
that funny, and like it's not nearly as funny as it was back in the 90s or whatever. And also, the part of the show where we get like
Hey,
until they
you're
started
freezing up.
running out of started running out of material is when they tried to get Joey and Rachel together, and that wasn't good. That was real bad. Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, this
There's
list sucks.
always Sunny at 29. The Office UK. I haven't seen much of it. I know.
You get
some
out of
people
here,
really like it.
Chris.
Whatever Faulty Towers is.
Get out of here.
I like
my-
Friends. I don't think it
Put
sucks.
my
but
Thanksgiving pants on, and I'm gonna come fight you for that take.
Better Things. I don't know that one.
This list
SpongeBob
sucks.
made this damn
SpongeBob.
list.
Interesting. Everybody Loves Raymond. Sex and the City. Bob's Burgers is underrated. I actually do really like Bob's Burgers. There's Friends at 38.
38.
Boo.
So the thing here is like, it's not a list of the most iconic sitcoms. It's a list
Stop
of best
justifying the 38th position for
Yeah.
Friends.
I
It is
think
not ranked
it is-
38th.
it's maybe the
no
single most-
freaking world.
It's
is
one of the
this
most
show
iconic-
ranked 38th compared to some of the shows that have been in front of
I would
this.
agree that it's too low, and I agree that there are shows ahead of it that should not be ahead of it. But it's not
Good
like I wouldn't call it a
fucking-
top 10 sitcom.
God, yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's maybe
Yes, it
it's
is.
definitely it's top 2 most iconic sitcoms,
Yes.
but it's not best.
Top 10.
Blackish. I've never seen Blackish. Review.
Blackish is
I
good.
don't even know what that is. King of the Hill. Good inclusion there. Brockmire. I don't even know what that is.
I have found 41
You know what I haven't
shows.
seen-
I
you know
have
what I
found
haven't seen on here
41
yet?
shows that are better than the Community.
Okay, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Now
That's a good one.
42.
You know what I haven't seen yet is Ted Lasso. I'm surprised that I haven't seen that yet.
Ted
Lasso's
Lasso's really, really good.
it's extremely good. Veep. I've heard good things about Veep. Broad City. I've never seen. The Good Place. I like the first season of it, and then it really drops off after season 2. It really drops off.
Yeah.
Season 1's good, but season 2 is kind of it's whatever. After that, it gets I don't know. I don't really like it after that.
I haven't finished the last
Fresh
season.
Prince
I haven't
is
even started
good.
the last season.
I haven't seen The Jeffersons. Barney Miller. I don't even know what that is. News rating. Okay, so it's it's one of those two pagers. Let's go to Let's go to the bottom. I don't want to spoil.
I don't even want to talk about this list anymore.
Let's see here. Police. Oh, we're just gonna go kind of zip through these. Alan Partridge. Scrubs.
Who made this list? Russia?
Bernie Mac show. Odd
It was
Couple, Murphy Brown. You're the worst.
Would explain a lot because in Russia they don't watch Friends.
We haven't seen How I Met Your Mother yet. I don't think. Space.
How I Met Your Mother is so good.
It's okay. It's not as good on the rewatch.
Way better than Community.
It is.
No, it's not.
It's way better than Community on a rewatch.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The best episode of Community isn't even on Netflix anymore.
That is a fact, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
but that doesn't.
I get
mean
why
it
it's
didn't
not
happen.
on.
That doesn't mean it didn't happen.
I get why it's not on.
I mean, I understand why it's not on. I super don't agree with it at all. But Phil Slivers show.
You're one of your,
I'm kind of surprised Rick and Morty isn't
one
higher.
of your favorite sitcoms had a show canceled. Friends would never. The Office would never.
Couldn't be Friends.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Have you
Couldn't be
seen
Friends.
There's a bunch of stuff that like gets kind of close to the line there.
But it doesn't.
The Comeback. I don't even know what that is. With Lisa Kudrow.
Friends legend Lisa Kudrow.
Futurama. Blackadder. I don't know what that is. New Girl. There it is. Good recognition there. One Day at a Time. Don't even know what that is. Peep Show. WKRP in Cincinnati. Sanford and Son. Will and Grace. Will and Grace is out. Ooh, down at 82. How I Met Your Mother.
The disrespect.
I don't know. I think that's probably not. Okay, Letterkenny is one that
John, you're getting this wrong, John. It's ass deep in agriculture.
I do really like the first few seasons of Letterkenny. The most recent ones I'm not as big on. The first few seasons are very funny though.
I haven't seen the most recent seasons, but
this one should be higher. Family. Modern Family is very good. I'm really surprised.
What about Big
Modern
Bang
Family,
Theory?
We're not to the end of the list. Yes, Big Bang Theory might be on here, but Modern Family should be higher.
Levi's like, yeah, it's fine. It might still make the list, but it's completely wrong.
Living Single, Soap, Party Down, A Different World. There it is. Big Bang Theory, number 90.
Jesus Christ.
It was a really popular one. I don't know.
This list sucks.
Buffalo Bill.
They literally had a sitcom in there with the picture of Hitler on it that you're saying is better than Big Bang Theory? Get out of here.
Cure, whatever Baskets is. I've never even heard of Baskets. Bluey. Okay. I already know what I'm going to be protesting here in a second. There's a couple of them I'm going to be protesting.
Oh, my God.
Dairy Girls. Frank's Place. Okay. This one is way too low. Way too low. Schitt's Creek is phenomenal. It should be at least top 50, maybe top 30.
The list is broken when you want it to be.
Yeah.
There's been a bunch of times where I thought they were too low or they shouldn't, or they were too high.
Hot take: Schitt's Creek's not that great.
Oh, dude, that's terrible. That's a terrible.
Here's the name. Schitt's Creek is good.
Here's why.
Schitt's Creek is so good.
Here's why. I find all four of them very annoying.
Yeah, that's the point.
And I hate it.
The point is they are really annoying and insufferable. But
they are annoying outside of this.
Huh?
Them two, father and son, annoying. His voice just drives me nuts.
Dude, no, that's the point of the point of the show is they start out really annoying because that's what they are.
His voice drives me nuts in American Pie.
No, that's the point of the show. But the point of the show is that they started out with these two, like they're this totally disconnected family that they're not even remotely in the same universe as reality. And then they come in and then they grow into it.
Here we go.
The character development in that show is
100th
ridiculous.
place, but Friends is just fine.
Oh my God. Well,
Get
Friends
out
was at
of
like
here.
what 28 or something like that. Like I mean, it was low, but not like that low.
Thank you, Chris.
Schitt's Creek is way too low. Schitt's Creek is
it's
way
right where it
too
needs.
low.
It writes where you know what? I'd be okay if it was ranked 101.
But a couple of major snubs on here. Ted Lasso should be on here somewhere. I don't know where, but it should be on here.
Well, when was this article published?
That's actually good. That's actually
married with
that's
children.
Actually an excellent question.
May 4th, 2021.
Yeah, tell me it was last year. I mean, there had only been 2 seasons out of Ted Lasso, but I feel like those 2 seasons were good enough to get him into the top 100.
It was just 1 season at that point, wasn't it?
No, it'd have been 2.
Because the second season was last fall.
I agree with John here.
Okay, so that's probably why Ted Lasso isn't on here because
Married with Children would be ahead of Schitt's Creek for sure.
Married with Children was good. The other one that I wish would be on here was That 70s Show. That 70s Show.
That's a good one.
That's a good one that I feel like should be on here, but it's not. And I'm a little bit disappointed on that. I was trying to think if there's any
way better than Schitt's Creek.
There's a lot of the older ones that I don't really have like a good feel for because they're like older and I haven't seen them, so I can't really comment on them, I guess.
I bet you've never watched Friends before.
Yeah, but
can
you guys
that
hear
explains it.
But anyways, let's I think that's probably it for that. Hold on. We're in a weird place right now.
See, John agrees. Schitt's Creek goes to 101 because we're moving in Married with Children.
I don't know. I think Schitt's Creek is very, very good. There's a lot, and I know I'm not alone there. But anyways, all right, we're moving on to Jackbox. So if you've never played this, it's wildly entertaining. I wish I could get
Probably the 101 first
Shut
ranked
the
game
fuck
in the
up.
world.
All right, let's see here. Let's see. Let me stop the screen here. Let's share the screen. We're gonna share.
You have to go on the Steam settings and go to find it down to 101.
Okay. So this is a game that we're gonna play. So basically, we're gonna play. There's a few of these. Like there's these party packs, and you have a few different ones here. We're gonna play Draw Full Animate. Okay. So what we're gonna do is you got to use your phone to play this game. Oh shit!
God.
All right. So
Do I have to download an app?
nope. It'll just give you a URL to follow. So you just go to jackbox.tv, and I think theoretically people can play with us too, if they want to. And then you enter that WJRV code.
Jackbox.
WJRV.
WJRV.
We have spots for 10. I don't know.
We will let 10 people join in with us after we get in, of course. All right.
Matthias in there, Aiden is
we'll
in
wait.
there.
We'll wait a couple minutes.
We'll wait a minute or two if anybody else wants to play. Can you guys hear the sound from it? I don't remember. I don't know if you guys can or not.
No.
Nope.
No. Okay. Let me see if I can change that.
Draw. You will create a simple animation. Draw your first frame, then tap on frame 2.
How about now?
Yep.
Oh, you can hear now?
That is loud.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And I can hear myself.
Oh yeah, probably. Because it's like I don't know how. I don't really have a good way to stop
What's
that.
the stuff that I gotta draw?
All right, we're just gonna ditch the music for now.
We got one extra person.
It'll tell you how to draw and what to play and stuff and how to do this.
Wait, what about an animation for myself? Can I put anything?
Yes.
All right.
Hold on.
Oh.
I think me and Matthias had the same idea.
I gotta draw an animation of myself. Okay.
I made a rocket ship.
I can't even.
You made a rocket.
I can't even hit submit.
You gotta do the
That's
second.
because you gotta draw
frame.
it on frame 2. It's an animation. You gotta draw the second part of your animation on frame 2.
Did you make a rocket ship? Too?
All right. What the hell, Matthias? What the? All right. All right.
If I would have known if it was gonna be like
we've got
that,
6
I would
people
have
in
done
here
it a
right now.
different
We'll let
way.
them get their. We'll let them get their portraits drawn. All right. I think we're good here.
Look
Let's
at all
get
the
rocking
rocket
and roll.
ships.
Atta boy, Brian.
Oh my god! Now we got one more coming in. Let's see here. All right, we're gonna leave the lobby open for like 1 more minute, and then we're gonna be.
We got
Actually,
Leon in
we might
here.
end
I
up
have
filling up
I
in
have
a
a
second.
feeling who I know this is.
We might end up filling up here.
Hugs.
I'm thinking we're gonna do this every week because this is a good way to get audience participation too. All right, as soon as Leon and Hugs are in here and got their thing done, we're gonna get after it. Leon and Hugs, if you haven't already drawn your thing,
No, Nathan.
we're not
we
inviting.
Everything.
We're
we
not inviting an
cannot.
Iowa State staff member to this. Oh my God! Now we got more people here.
Anon is in here. You guys are idiots.
We got 9 out of 10 people now. I don't know. We're gonna start. All right. Holy cow, that's quite the picture from Hugs.
Good Lord.
Okay.
Like somebody's done this before.
Okay. So you're looking at should be looking at your thing for the title of your animation.
I assume we can't use words.
So
I'm drawing that. What it tells me on the screen. What the fuck?
all right.
What are we doing? Do I draw what's on there?
You draw what's on your phone as far as what it tells you to draw.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let's do I'm gonna actually do this so people can at least kind of hear this and they shit.
So you draw. It's on your screen.
Let's see, this is exactly like it. So am I.
Because Ding Dong has a sound on.
I don't know. This is mine's impossible. I don't really understand. I don't know how to do mine.
Names for it. My thing.
Turn this damn music off.
Turn the music off. All right. There's the music.
I'm sick of listening to myself.
Is there an erase button or no?
No, there is no erase.
Sick. I'm gonna draw another rocket ship.
Does it show everybody's animations?
Eventually it will, yeah.
Nice. Well, whoever's drawing this, it's Aiden, of course.
Dude, I have no idea. I'm just gonna draw a rocket ship.
Why? Don't continue to draw rocket ships.
Well, I didn't realize there was 2 frames, so I had it all in the first frame.
That's not ideal.
Fire breathing chair. Oh, we answered here. Okay.
I don't even know. I don't know this one.
Don't think
How
about
much
it that
time do we
much.
get on this?
Looks like 5 seconds left.
I don't understand what the first thing is. Supposed to be like a dog.
Dragon chair, old-fashioned Mac,
Weird Elf,
puke chair, hot seat.
Hot seat. Oh, hot seat. Look for a little Game of Thrones. Fire breathing chair. Brownie. Oh, I bet it is Game of Thrones. Well, I know. Yeah.
I don't even see mine.
Well, you can't vote for your own.
Oh, okay.
All right. I've got mine. Hey.
The fuck? Fucking right. Hell yeah. I got some points.
Oh, hot seat actually would make a lot of sense.
Hell yeah.
That boy Aiden.
That would actually make a lot of sense.
Jesus Christ.
It's Game of Thrones, though. Yeah.
Goddamn, Cy. Racking up the points.
Okay.
Am I answering this?
Write an answer. You have to write an answer for someone else to draw, or for what this is.
Oh, I see. We are answering what everybody else's other stuff is. Okay.
I don't understand this. What is
It's going to take forever, isn't it? Pineapple balls, penis, volcano rock, explosive titties.
What? Oh. I kind of wish we could I could get the sound in here without having
Shut up, bitch!
Oh, damn, that didn't work.
You actually doubled down on pineapple balls.
Shut up, bitch!
What? What's the... Hey.
Let's go, baby. Yeah. Give me the points. Fuck that.
Tomato shoes tornado hat?
Get out of here, Anon.
What?
Son of a bitch. Explosive titties should have won, honestly.
Shout out Brownie for hanging on to a nice 5 points.
What in the absolute ball sack is that?
Good luck for mine.
Wait, is this yours, Levi?
All right, I got a good one for that one.
I don't even know.
I had no idea how to do this one. Not a clue in the world.
Clusterfuck. Gun control.
Oh, I love this one.
Matthias's mother.
I'm voting for Matthias's mother.
Oh, that's weird. I can't vote for Matthias's mother.
Damn, dude.
I hope everybody votes for Matthias's mother.
I personally think you should vote for Helen Keller writing. Only 2 people. Suck it.
Oh, come on.
Shake it like a salt shaker. Clusterfuck. You're welcome, Brownie.
Good.
Disaster.
Wow, you guys really voted around the board on this one.
What?
Yep.
What?
Someone didn't respond, so I had nothing to draw.
Unbelievable.
It's terrible. I got hosed out of that.
I wonder who this is. Kind of guesses.
It's yours.
I think I feel pretty good about this. I feel pretty good about my answer.
No wonder I read on the internet that we're immature.
Pickle
thong.
My Friday night. Pickle Dick. Pickle Rick, I assume. Dick Twist, my very spicy diamond. Pickle bathing suit rocket ship. I don't like any of these. Yeah.
Give him the old dick twist.
Pickle thong. Dick twist. You're welcome,
Christ,
Brownie. There's
Brownie.
some points for you. Speedo Sea Breeze. Very spicy diamond. What?
It's a pepper and a diamond.
This is nonsense.
It's a pepper and a diamond. Can't you tell?
How I'm still in seventh, I don't know.
This is terrible.
I should be last. Oh, it's Aiden's mother.
Ooh.
Look at the YouTube comments.
This this corgi with like 100 legs is weirding me out. Jumping dead cat.
Do dead cats jump?
His name is Ol Agreeable. That's so specific. Gooseness gracious.
I would have also accepted our former offensive coordinator. Fuck, I don't remember picking that. I want to redo.
Sucks to suck.
Thank you, Anon.
Fucking on.
It's clearly a pig.
Aiden's mother needed more love.
Thank
and
you
she
very
got
little.
Yeah, baby.
His name is Old Agreeable. Hey, I thought I picked that one. I definitely have that one checked. What the hell?
You didn't.
I literally did.
5 of 9. Jesus Christ. It's the game that never ends. I mean, it's purely fact at this point.
I'd say I didn't realize we were supposed to be drawing. I didn't realize we were supposed to be drawing absolute facts on the screen.
Fuck the Hawks. Fuck the Hawks.
Oh my God! It's Sweet 16. The answer is Title IX lawsuits. People's sexiest gremlin this year. This is a Wendy's. Facts, bro.
Okay, I will say.
Going back for 10th season.
I'm going to say. Pretty sure somebody has the answers to these.
Let's do. No, wait, no.
Or has played this before.
You're welcome, Brian. Facts, bro.
There's no way Gremlin should have been in there.
Aha. Thanks, Aiden. This is a Wendy's. Really, votes are really spread around on this one.
Yeah.
What? People's sexiest gremlin alive.
He went with the odd one out and got the points.
What? Oh my God, I'm falling back quickly. What? Another rocket ship.
Rocket ship.
The extra dots and stripes are kind of weird on that thing.
Fucking A.
Rocket ship, that is.
Okay, so Chucky Hepburn, the guy who fucked his ankle up against us in the the round of 32 game, got an NIL deal with Moeller Sports Medicine for like those bandage wraps for like your ankles and shit. He got an NIL deal with them. Good Lord. That may not even been the day. That could have been well before. Levi on the farm.
Love at first boner.
Land Before Time.
Land Before Time Part 2.
Phenomenal.
Jurassic Park. Ooh, 4 guesses for Aiden.
Aiden just died too.
Aiden just died. Yeah. I guess I don't know if he crashed or what. Aiden is
His
up and outta
Wi-Fi
here.
just went out.
His Wi-Fi went out. Son of a gun. All right.
We got 2 more to go, kids.
2 more. Art for dummies.
I got this.
Ugh.
Anon and Kennedy, you should tell John to get his logs strapped up correctly on Farming Simulator. All right. I can see him from here.
I don't know if SA. Oh, Aiden's got his thing. So Aiden can clearly still play. He just isn't in the stream.
Pizza Pit.
Pizza Pit. Slice of pizza is a bookmark. Things that are better in Oh, in New York. Penis Pizza is an art form. Domino's Pizza. Pizza Box. J-Bo's face. We're gonna roll with. Let's see here.
I thought that said pizza as an ass art form.
As an ass art form.
But
Why
it is definitely not.
Why is that what your brain thought? That doesn't even make any sense.
I know, but that's just how it went.
What?
J-Bo's face. Hey, look, Aiden's back.
Hey, Aiden's here.
Hey.
Hey, Aiden.
Things
I gotta
that
be
are better
honest.
in
I
New
thought
York.
that said things that are better in my I was gonna say like things that are better in my ass or something like that. There's a piece of pizza and I didn't know.
Let's go, baby. Getting some points.
Pizza Box.
Pizza as an art form.
Really? Felt good about mine.
Yeah, me too.
Interesting.
Slice of pizza as a bookmark. Why is that the book he picked?
Because it's brownie.
I guess, yeah. He's kind of weird.
Yeah, he's sewing
let's
up.
see here. Boy, Sai's got getting damn near locked up here. Ugh.
What the fuck? It's the song that never ends. I'm gonna play with you, my friends. John said, fuck you.
John said, fuck you.
I already won. Who cares? Pick this one. Steaming pile of shit. I'm going to go with that one. Blue.
I guess.
Blue.
I don't know. Every time I feel like I've got a good handle on this game, I really don't. Steaming pile of shit.
There it is, kids.
John said, fuck you.
He's giving him more points out here.
No, the points went to Hugs.
Oh.
Ironing macaroni. Why is that one of them?
Huh.
Well,
Brownie, you only had
congratulations to
1,000
Cy
points.
for
What are you
winning-
doing, dude?
For winning, for winning the game. You win. What the hell?
Everyone loves me.
Oh, most liked. Oh, people liked yours. Okay, I got you.
America's
Well-
team, Aiden Wyatt.
Thank you for everybody playing. Congratulations to Cy for winning the first game of Draw Animated. Winning the first Jackbox game. There's a ton of other ones. There's like dozens and dozens of different games and stuff like that. So might do more of those going forward too. So
You all use your phone for all those?
yep, every single one of them you play with your phone.
Well, interesting. How about that?
It's pretty handy dandy.
Yeah, see, we did this stuff like that in high school. I don't know if I was around for you guys, but
No, Aiden, we drew in fucking sand with rocks and stuff.
I
in
know.
high school,
You
and
guys
we
know what
walked up.
Kahoot
We
is?
walked to school both up.
I have heard
both
of
ways.
Kahoot, but I don't know what it is.
Kahoot is basically like
Yeah,
we use a
I've
lot
used
for
that.
like review stuff, where a
Hmm.
teacher puts together a Kahoot and then you all play a game.
We had clickers at Iowa State, so to take quizzes and stuff like
That
that.
actually gets used at meetings
know
I
what
go
that
to
means.
now as Kahoot.
Kahoot, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
All right, are you ready to wrap her up for this week?
I think so. Got any last thoughts?
Fuck the Hawks. Miami can lick my nuts, and hopefully
sucks.
Aiden and I are sitting in Chicago on Sunday afternoon. Yeah.
That's the plan.
Let's do it.
All right. For Matthias Schwarzkopf, Levi Stevenson, I'm Aiden Wyatt. Go Cyclones.